Genesis UP special paint Western Pacific SD70 Ace. Beautiful locomotive. They put this together really well. Nice motor, everything. I've got a I'm putting in a 23mm high bass speaker, and what I've done here, I've put some foam onto the front. I've cut out the hole to allow the cone to move in and out, so I've got extra bit of thickness there, and that allows the cone to move, but also is acting as a seal against the body inside. This is 19mm, so it's going to be a push fit inside the body. I've taken this weight out, and with the weight of this just about equal, so I'm not worried about the weight so much. So that's been put in there. Now if I turn that on now, wait a minute, I can just come back a bit so you see what I'm doing. As I test stuff, I just put the positive and negative on here. We're winding up now. But if I tip it, so I'm using the rear face. I'm using that front face as an enclosure. So that's the enclosure down there. That's that trick at the moment, and if I give it a bit of a run, I'll just hold it there for the moment. And turn it off. I'll wind down. So I've pulled out the decoder that comes with it. This was non-sound. I've just got to do the front lights. I've done the back light. I've put a 1K resistor in there. I've also added a Keep Alive in here, KA3. I'm using a TCS Wow decoder. Made a little platform up for it there, so that it's clear of the heat, anything from the motor. And a nice gap underneath there. I just use little bits of heat shrink as conduit to run the wires. I haven't connected up the wires yet. We're just running off straight power, so we're not picking up off track just yet. So that's how I'm doing it. I'll show you, I'm moving a bit closer here, and I'll show you what I mean by the speaker. You can't hear the speaker there now, but when she goes in, working around the camera, I'll put him in there for the moment. So that's not going anywhere. I tried using some other speakers, like these little cube speakers. I put two together there in isobaric fashion. I tried that. I don't like the cube speakers unless you have to use them for space. I prefer using high bass speakers where I've cut them down. Now here's another. There's a 20mm high bass speaker. I've done the same, put the front on it, and I've cut that one down. It just doesn't quite fit in there, and that but I've cut that one down and made a box for it. Getting a really nice sound is something that I like playing around with, so that's what I'm up to at the moment. So just tip this over a bit. So you see I've got a KA3 in there, and Keep Alive. So if I take the power off, which is just here, I'll take the power off, which is just coming off a NCE on my test bench. Once I take that away, and that's still going to be running. So that's going to run for a fair, 10 seconds, well, that's probably about 8 or 10 seconds worth of keep alive there. All I've got to do there now is I've got step lights in here, and I've got the number boards and the headlight, and I've got ditch lights at the front. So that's the next stage, is just doing the lighting up there. I just wanted to get that motor in there. The weight I took out, you can see there's the weight that's going to come out, and the speaker's going to fit where the weight is there now. And that's a bit heavier, the weight, but the high bass speaker itself with the metal in it there, you can see inside here. I just pull him back out again. That's just a nice push fit, nice. Okay, it's pretty much back together there now. So I've set the marker lights, the ditch lights. I've got those working. Personal choice, I've wired the number boards and the headlights together. There's a little bit of a gap there I'm going to have to fill with some black. The magnetic roof doesn't fit on there quite so well. I've also got the illuminated truck lights or step lights happening there. The KA3 fitting in there, and the speaker fits. Whoop, I bumped the camera in front of me. So the speaker's fitting in there quite well. These wires, I'm just going to roll those back as I tuck this on the top. Put the lid on, my body on. I'll get those wires straightened a little bit out as I'm putting this back in together again. I like leaving a little bit of extra length on the wires without being too miserable and make them too tight, so I can manoeuvre them. Anyhow, we'll put on the track and find out how she goes. We've changed direction. I've got the horn, the lights to work. I'll change to I'm pretty happy with that. That's a nice smooth runner.